Hello, my loves. Welcome to Renee and Tune. This is Zin Uru Renee, and this is going to be a collective reading for the upcoming eclipse and new moon. Alright. So I've already shuffled and pulled the cards, and it's very interesting energy. We're starting with the moon card, which, given the new moon energy, is very relevant. And so the first thing that I'm getting here is that there's going to be a lot of release. The collective energy is experiencing, I want to say, a lot of mental stress. Some of you are dealing with some sorrows, some grief. There's some things you're releasing. This to me is very geared towards love and relationships, and also towards, and even just love with yourself, love within yourself, and also career, finances, money, jobs, whatever it is that you have going on in career. So there's a lot of uncertainty is what I feel. A lot of stress, or just, even if it's not stress, it's like there's just a heavy level of thinking about things that are lost, things that didn't work out, things that are no longer around, that are no longer here, things that you're releasing. And it feels like it doesn't feel like a loop, like the loop of the past. It feels like almost that last release. I don't want to say last, because we're all on our own healing journey, but it's like when you have that last cry, that last good cry, and it all just comes out and it's real ugly. That's what it feels like. So expect for things to come up, even now and over the course of the next few days, because that eclipse energy, that new moon energy is already coming in. Expect for things to be coming up in terms of what you've already released or what you're releasing now. And this is in terms of, just self-love, self-worth, and any issues or behavior patterns or belief systems that involve lack in terms of those areas of your life, in terms of you loving yourself and how you feel about yourself, or what you feel like you deserve. And also expect for things, in terms of relationships, people you've let go of, people you've lost, people who have left or abandoned you. Those things are going to come up at this time. If there's any leftover residue, resentment, emotions, anything that is sitting in your energy field, those things are going to come up at this time, if not already. Also, anything regarding missed opportunities when it comes to career, things that you feel like you tried and maybe tried again and didn't work out, or didn't pan out as planned, or things that you feel are missed opportunities, things that you feel like you didn't take advantage of, or you think that they may not come back around. Some of you may feel like you tried your best at something, a project, starting a business, even a new career path, switching directions, and you feel like maybe that didn't work out exactly how you were hoping it would, and you may even feel like you're at this point of, well, I don't know if I want to continue, I don't know if it's worth moving forward on, I don't know if I should just give it up. So there's a lot of uncertainty in this energy, in this new moon to come. There's a lot of uncertainty here, a lot of unknowns, a lot of even the past. Like, some of you are just not giving up. You're going to continue, and I urge all of you to continue. But we'll obviously see more as we go through the reading. But some of you are determined, and you're not going to give up, but you still don't know what the next step is. You're just not sure where the path is leading you. And so there's a strong need to tap into your intuition, to tap into your body and what you're feeling, and also just to take the next step, because sometimes when you take the next step, that's when the following step is revealed to you, because the following step is not necessarily in a place that we're aware of. or that you can actually see. So it's hard to plan that or put that into your timeline when you just don't know it's there. And when you take that next step, then the next step after that is suddenly revealed to you. It shows up. It's in, it's incorporated in whatever step it is that you took, right? So there's a lot of uncertainty coming up here. I feel like internally, as a collective, and of course take what resonates and leave what does not, because this is a collective reading, so it's picking up multiple energies, but it's just kind of like the theme for all of us at this time. The Four of Cups, Seven of Wands here is talking about, just you're internally finding your groove when it comes to combating, anything that is coming your way, obstacles, combating opposition, combating just challenges along the way. Some of you are dealing with family members or even just like, group settings that you're in where you may have people who just don't understand your path or your vision or what you're doing or where you're headed. And so there may be some opposition coming in that light. Those who just, it may feel like they're against you. But remember that some of you are walking very, very unique and very unconventional paths. And so those people around you, it's not necessarily that they're against you, they just don't understand and they don't see the vision. And so it's hard sometimes for people to support things that they cannot see. We're taught very much in society that you got to see it to believe it, right? And some of you are very much in the understanding that there's this, like, of course, that moon energy where there's uncertainty. There is so much in the hidden, there's so much in the places that you cannot see that is actually there. And not everybody has that understanding. So you may be dealing with a lot of opposition in your circle, in your friends group, in your business group, even with the things that you're trying to create, because it's almost as if you're in this state of contemplation. You're trying to create pleasure. You're trying to create harmony, peace in your circumstances, especially your financial circumstances. And along with that, you hope for there to be more of that energy in your relationships as well. Your networks, your connections, even your romantic connections. But you're kind of in this state of, I feel the opposition, but I don't necessarily see the opportunity, but I feel it there. So there is an overflow and an abundance of opportunity in front of you, but because of this uncertainty, because of this darkness, this hidden energy, you don't necessarily see it. It's not there in front of you that you can see it, but you feel it. You feel it, and so there's some piece of you that knows it's there. And so some of you may have an opportunity in front of you that you're not aware is actually an opportunity yet, and so you haven't taken advantage of it. You haven't gone for it yet. It's almost like you're waiting for a sign. You're waiting for something to give you the go or give you clarity, but you feel like there's so many obstacles and so many oppositions around you. You know what I mean? Whether that be with people or just the ebb and flow, the trial and error of trying to kick off your career, kick off your business. Nonetheless, you are continuing to push through. You're continuing to combat these obstacles, and you're trying to do that from a more balanced place. It's like you're trying to shift from focusing on the obstacles themselves and into seeing the opportunities that are in the midst of them, because if you know energy, you know that the answer is in the problem. You know that the solution is in the question. You know that the thing that you are looking for is somewhere in the midst of everything that you're looking at right now. So you're still pushing through despite these obstacles, and there is an opportunity there in front of you. You may just not see it clearly right now. It may not look like the, you know, what you think it's going to look like. You're looking for something with a, you know, in a box with a big pretty bow on it, and this is kind of like in a little, you know, I don't know, little brown paper bag thrown off to the side somewhere. And that's just the thing that came to my mind, just to kind of put it into perspective. And it doesn't take away the value, because it's actually something really, really, really valuable, really, really huge. It's just that because it doesn't look that, it's not wrapped that way on the outside, you may not necessarily be looking at it that way right now. And so there's a need for you to really trust the way that you're feeling, because everything you're seeing may not coincide with what you're wanting to create. So there's your feeling, your intuition is really going to be the thing that travels you through this eclipse energy, and it's going to be the thing that travels you through the uncertainty and onto the other side, where you can see all that's behind that veil. The struggle here right now for the collective is trust. Okay, we don't trust ourselves enough, you know, and it's unfortunate because we're not taught to, you know. But the spiritual realm right now, and all of these, you know, because these are my guides, but these are your guides as well. So they're collectively telling us to trust yourself, because you are that which you are trying to create. You're already that. You know, if you're seeking signs and guidance from your ancestors, from your spirit guides, from your angels, from your, you know, spiritual connections, or even in your physical world, you're looking for those signs. You're being guided to trust that you're seeing what you know is inside of you, or trust what's inside of you to show up, you know, or that it's already there. And so as you understand that it's already there, then you start to actually see it. Does that make sense? The brown paper bag starts to look like the pretty box with the bow on it. You know what I mean? It may not be the best example, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. You know, trust yourself. The lack of trust is really the thing that kind of keeps us hesitant in this period of time. It keeps us hesitant in moving forward, because there is so much uncertainty, and so we may feel this or feel pulled that way or drawn this way, but we second guess ourselves, you know. And I think this has a lot to do with that previous mental stress, that maybe disappointment from the past, or maybe just worry, so much worry. It's a mix between living in the past and living in the future. Thinking of the disappointments of the past, what didn't work out, and then kind of creating the future from that energy, because there's worry that the future is going to end up just like the past. And sometimes that worry is the thing that creates the future that ends up just like the past. And so what your guides are, you know, screaming at you during this new moon energy, which is really a period of introspection, of you sitting with yourself and evaluating these things that we're talking about right now within yourself and your personal circumstances and situation, is they're telling you to trust yourself. Trust what you are feeling, whether you can see it in your physical existence or not. Trust what you are feeling. Some of you are picking up projects that you put down, and there's so much hesitancy, and they're telling you, like, go for it. Don't get caught up looking at what is, when internally you know what is, and what is internally is not the same as what is externally. And so you gotta trust that. It feels like you took a little bit of time to rest. Like there was a need. Some of you may have taken time off of work, or taken, just a couple of days to wind down, or you've been dealing with a health issue where you were forced to be in a position where you had to kind of like rest it up and just, but either way, some of you just went into like a little period of time of meditation, or even just like detoxing from your environment, because you had that scatterbrained and you felt like, okay, well, I need to find some kind of clarity. And so you went into a bit of a period of rest, which was really good for you. It's what you needed, because now you have a cleared at least two paths. And one I always say this is the Four of Swords and the Two of Wands, and when I see the Two of Wands, I always say that, and mind you, we were just dealing with the Seven of Swords here, so that's, you know, what I depict as you needing to trust yourself, and that is what's really the filling the pipe. You know what I mean? It's like clogging the pipe right now. That's what's clogging the pipe right now, is you trusting yourself. I know this card often in many readings means, you know, for a lot of other readers means, you know, to watch out for your surroundings and, you know, trusting others. But really, honestly, when you trust yourself, I never see it that way, because when you trust yourself and you trust your gut and you trust your intuition's always going to tell you. It's always going to get you out of dodge. Always, like, never fails. And if need be. But if it doesn't get you out of dodge, it's for a reason. You know what I mean? It's to show you something, to bring you some clarity, to bring you some clear, without a doubt, information about your situation or your life that you needed, and also to show you the reality of the things that are around you and that are surrounding you, or even that are inside of you that you are creating from. You know, that focal point of vibration that you're emitting. Right? So there's a strong need to trust yourself. When I see the Two of Wands talks about two paths, you know, and you just finished taking a period of rest where you've had to calm your mind, slow your mind down a little bit. You took a break, you know, whether this was physical or just mental, you took a break. And this could be sleep as well, because sleep slows the mind down and it puts you back into that theta state. So when you wake up, you're kind of at a fresh start. And if that's something you're not aware of or you don't know, you can utilize that time to relieve your stress levels, to you know, focus your vibration, your energy, your emotions, to create and manifest the things you desire. Like, that is a huge tool. When all else fails, take a nap, go to sleep. You know what I mean? And when you wake up, you've now calmed your mind down. You're in that theta state, and that first thing when you wake up, you can redirect yourself. You can point yourself in the direction that you desire. So this is what you're coming from. You're coming out of, or you're needing to do at this time. Then when we hit that Two of Wands, we've got two clear paths. And it's almost like you're in a space now where I can't go this way or I can't go that. And when I see Two of Wands, this is not indecision. This is not like the Two of Swords. This is not, you don't have all the information, or you just don't know what you want to do. To me, those wands says, you know which path is yours. You know what you want to do. You know. There's just no doubt about it. You know, you feel it, you're passionate about it, you're called to it, you're drawn to it. You even feel like if you don't go down that path, you're going to regret it. You're going to have questions later. You're going to ask what if. Because you know it's for you. And telepathically, you know, you see, you have foresight. You know what's to come. You may not know all the details. You may not know what it all looks like. You may not even know how to get there. But you can see it. You can literally envision it. You can touch it, taste it. You can almost touch it, taste it, feel it, you know, smell it. Like, you can almost experience it in your sensory as if it were already here. And so that's the thing that keeps you moving towards this path. And this Two of Wands, when I see this Two of Wands, it says you know which path you want to go. But because maybe of the uncertainty or of not being able to see it in your physical world right now, you question that. And then our struggle with trusting ourselves right now with that Seven of Swords, you struggle with that. So that's the only thing keeping you from like shooting down this path. And then it keeps this other path open, which you know isn't for you. You know what I mean? It's like you've already evaluated that. You've already came to that conclusion. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. That's what other people are doing. That's the you know, the tried and true way, or so, you know, so some say. The thing that maybe makes sense, or the thing that, you know, people can understand or whatnot. But you know you don't want it. You know that's not for you. That's not what you want. And so the Two of Wands says, what are you going to do? Which path are you going to go down? You're thinking about how to get into a balanced place. You're thinking about how to balance your work life, you know, work home life levels or trajectory or whatnot. You're thinking of how to get into, some of you guys want a committed relationship. You are that wife or that husband, and you don't want to be anything but that anymore. And so you're thinking about, getting into that energy and that mode of, this is who I am. And so that, this is what I want. And so how can I get into that energy and embody that energy? Some of you are wanting to, care for yourself, your body, your health, but you're also wanting to bring in finances. You're also wanting to take care of the family, take care of the home, take care, provide. But you're trying to think about, how do I balance all of that? How do I get grounded and balance all of that in a state of being in peace of mind, and really, in a state of effortlessness, in a state of not breaking all this sweat or burning out, in a state of being able to just say, man, I got this, But I'm seeing the Five of Swords, and so in the coming days, you may experience some internal conflict. Okay, that Five of Swords to me says, doubts, self-doubt, doubt. And this is that near, future energy. So this is what you could be coming up against. And I'm not saying to you, and I'll never say to you, that this is what's going to happen or what's, the end all be all for you. This is just what's mixed in the energy. And so this is giving you some insight. So you can say, okay, well, I don't want the doubt to overcome me. And so let me utilize the tools. Let me switch the energy. Let me focus my mindset. Let me focus my emotions towards that vision, right? And so that I'm not caught in this energy of self-doubt, of questioning myself, questioning my past, questioning my decision making, questioning my feelings, right? Because that's what's coming up in this new moon energy. And I feel like the reason it's coming up in this new moon eclipse energy is because this powerful energy is saying, it's time to pick this path, it's time to go. Okay, and what we see here is that you struggle trusting yourself all the time, and you doubt yourself at times. You doubt how capable you are. Okay, you doubt that you can have that committed relationship that you desire, that you can be loved the way that you are learning to love yourself, the way that you know that you deserve to be loved. You may say, well, maybe that's just not meant for me. Or you may say, maybe that my business isn't supposed to, maybe this is just a hobby. Maybe that it's not meant for me to have that. The Spirit's like, that's bull. That's bull. You know it. I know it. They know it. Okay? So stop doubting yourself. And that's a challenge. It's easier said than done. You know what I mean? Especially when you are on such an unconventional path. Let's keep going. Outside of you, we've got the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. Stop playing. Okay, stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing with yourself. Okay, that's how I feel. Stop playing with yourself right now. Some of y'all are playing with yourself, and you need to stop playing with yourself. The doubt is there because there's so much uncertainty, because you can't see beyond what is right in front of you. But in your actual physical world, we're not talking about your internal influences now. We're not talking about, the veil. We're not talking about, what's hidden, what's in the non-physical. We're talking about in your circumstances. There is success. King of Pentacles, the Emperor. What? They don't get no more bossed up than that. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles, now the King of Pentacles. Some of you guys have a clear partner already in your vicinity. You may have already met them. And when I say partner, this is not a toxic relationship. This is not somebody who's emotionally unavailable. This is not somebody who's playing. Okay, this is somebody you can work with. You can actually build a business with this person. You can create with. You can create a stable home with. You can create stability. Like, you can actually create physical stability moving forward, whether it be family, home, or just money. Business or community, whatever it is that you want to build with this person. This person has similar ideals, similar trajectory, and they're very serious. They ain't playing. Okay, this is somebody who works hard, who has worked hard for what they have, and they're willing to invest that in you. Okay, the Emperor here, they're willing to invest that in your business. Okay, they see you as a leader. They see themselves as a leader. They're ready to step into leadership with you. Okay, some of you, this is not about a romantic connection, but it is about a partner. You are finding a partner, someone you can work with. And this is, I mean, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor. There's no bigger boss of energy than that. I'm just waiting. Where's the Empress? Okay, I think you've already gone through the process of stepping into the Empress energy, and you are in the Empress energy, whether you think so or not. Okay, because you've chosen yourself as of late, and even though it's been challenging, and you second guess it, you know that that is what you needed to do. Chosen yourself, and so big Empress energy. You've nurtured yourself. You've nurtured your gifts, your creativity. You've nurtured your inner child. You've nurtured the pieces of yourselves that you felt were out of control, and so you brought them back into the swing of things. You've taken your power back. You know what I mean? Whether it's from other people, relationships, people, places, things. You took your power back because you were scattered. Your energy was scattered. So you already stepped into that Empress energy. Now you're stepping into partnership. Literally, for many of you, there's a business partnership coming into play here. Many of you already know who this is. Even if you don't know who it is, you met this person. This person's around you. They're in your vicinity, and even if you haven't met them, you're going to soon. They're near. Could be an Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Sagittarius. Strong energy here. Even Pisces for some of you. But even Gemini for some of you as well. But there's definitely a lot of connection here, a lot of collaboration here. I mean, this is like a puzzle pieces clicking together. What you may have not been able to piece together on your own, this person's coming with the pieces, and you have the pieces that they were maybe kind of like looking for, seeking, and it just clicks, and then bam, ooh, we can create something massive. Massive. Okay. Big leadership energy. So I'm talking about you're raising the vibration of the community, of the world. You're doing, community-based projects. You're doing something that's going to touch, all over. Okay, so this is not just something simple or small. This could also be investing, land, and property, building community, homes, things of that nature. Definitely physical. It could be investing in, I don't know. Things are changing, so it could be like Bitcoins or whatever that stuff is. I don't know about that. So you gotta, if you into that, this might be that kind of thing where you're getting into trades or that kind of energy here. But this is definitely big leadership energy. So you're definitely doing something, whether you're creating or building something that is resourceful for those around you. It is resourceful for the community, for people that you're touching through the work that you're doing. So that's confirmation for you to go down that path. Pow, there you go. There you go. It don't get no bigger than that. And that's in your, in the vicinity right now. That's in your physical vicinity. It's there. It's already cooking. You know what I mean? It's behind the scenes. Even if you can't see it, it's in the brown paper bag that you're expecting to look like a box with a big bow on it. You get what I'm saying? So do not resist changes that are happening now, because changes that are happening now are setting you in the right places. You know what I mean? So don't be quick to resist, changes that are happening right now, whether it's in your location or in your career or in your, surroundings, people around you. Whatever changes are happening right now, embrace them, whether they seem chaotic or not, because they are putting you right in the right place for these opportunities to show up for you. And also changes within yourself, the way that you do approach your business. Some of you, this is just you. This is just you coming up on a lot of money. This is you coming up on a lot of status and a lot of money, getting recognized where maybe you weren't getting noticed before. Bringing in opportunities where maybe there weren't any before. It's panning out now, so keep pushing forward, because this is big. And so if you feel the need to maybe try something different, try a new approach, maybe you're doing the same thing you were doing before, but now you're coming at it from a different energy, those changes are going to be beneficial and helpful for you. So do not be resistant to change. Change is imminent, and it's powerful, and it's evolving, and it gives you so much growth. And you are looking at so much success and so much commitment. Even if this is not, relational, this is commitment with yourself, commitment with your journey, commitment with your career, commitment with your goals, because these career goals don't look like just, bringing some money in and paying the bills. This looks like you're building things that are going to last, long lasting to come. But this is going to take a lot of meditation. And that's the advice for you during this period of time, during this, because this is all what's cooking right now. During this new moon, this eclipse season, starting now, really into maybe a few days afterwards, you want to definitely introspect. You want to get into meditation, get into isolation, spend time with yourself, spend time observing your reactions to the things inside of you and outside of you, and observe where you're second guessing yourself, where you're doubting yourself, where there's lack of trust within yourself, where you are second guessing your journey, your path, okay? And follow what you are passionate about. Follow your heart, okay? So this is going to require a lot of meditation, a lot of isolation, a lot of introspection, because there are the losses from the past that are coming. There may be still sitting in your energy at some points, and this eclipse season is going to drive that up out of you. It's going to say, this is what's blocking you. This is where the pipes are clogged. And so we need you to take a look at that. You're going to feel it. You're going to see it. It's going to manifest. You know what I mean? And it's going to look very clear to you. You're going to say, okay, I know what this is. But the thing is, you're looking back, and there's so much to look forward to. And not even forward to. There's so much right now around you that is so valuable and so resourceful and so intimate, because even these career connections, like, these are intimate, these are soul connections, these are people that were meant to come into your life. It's not just plutonic or surface level. It's very what you've been longing for, what you've been desiring, what you've been manifesting for quite some time, what you've been internally working on for quite some time, and all the changes you made within yourself are now manifesting into your outside world. And it's very intimate, even in business connections, very intimate. But if you're looking backwards, you're not going to see what's in front of you. And if you're looking too far forward, where you're just in worry, in lack, looking too far forward where you feel that forward is so far away from you, is separate from you, then you're not going to see what's in front of you right now. Because there's so much value and resources and opportunities in front of you right now for that committed relationship, for that long-term boss up, partner in your life, for that very passionate, very prominent, very powerful, and very effective community movement, or whatever it is that you're trying to put into the world. And 3333 just stood out to me right now, so go look up that number, 3333 angel number. Go see what your angels are trying to tell you with that, because I'm sure it'll resonate. Beware though of the disappointments, the sadness, the things that you feel went wrong, and make peace with it. Make your peace with it. The past is gone. Like, there's nothing you can, there's no need to go back there, except for and unless you are going back there to heal it, to make your peace with it, because you can't. That's the only thing you can do with the past, is heal it. Make your peace with it. Sit right with it. Understand why it was there, what it taught you, what it gave to you, what it offered you, what it built in you, and then move forward, baby. Look at what you have now. Look how far you've come. Look at what you've already created, because sometimes we focus on the thing that hasn't happened yet, but we don't realize all the changes we've already created in our life just from changing our mindset and the way we feel about things, and the way we look at ourselves, and the way we look at the things that we're doing in our lives. And then we look at our lives and it don't look like it did a year or two ago. Tell me it does. So look at those things. Look at those things now. This is what this is showing you, this energy. So we've got some oracle messages. Okay. Focus on getting rest as well too, is what I'm getting. Like, don't be up all night on your devices, worrying yourself, or overworking yourself. Take the time to rest. And every morning, start fresh. Every morning is a new start. It's a fresh start. Start fresh in the mindset that you desire to be in. Start fresh with the focal point that you desire to be in. Start fresh in the vibration that you desire to be in, and create the life that you desire to be in. And do it from the now, from here, from in this present moment. What do I have now? What do I see now? What am I enjoying now? How far have I come now? What did I create already now? What's here? Focus on those things. Those things are working. Those things are going to expand so much in your life. And that is what this season is all about right now. Okay. Your oracle message is time for a fast. Didn't I just say that? Food, TV, phone, etc. Okay. Pull away from anything that distracts you from yourself. Period. And not forever, but for a period of time. Give yourself that space and time that you deserve. Because when you come back to those things, they aren't going to be those distractions like they were. They will just be, the time that you have allotted for that particular, project, whatever it is you're doing. But maybe take a food fast, maybe take a sound fast. Go a period of time without speaking. When you do that, it's so powerful. Because you hear so much more when you're speaking less. And this is everywhere. This is in nature. This is in all the sounds around you. And even in everything you're coming across that's teaching you something, that you're learning, reading, seeing, TV, phone, take a break. Time for fast. Even during this period of this new moon eclipse season, this is when you could be taking this fast. Decisions are being made. Judgment card, judgment energy. So even through those feelings of doubt, you gotta go into it with the perspective that every time I'm feeling these things and I'm taking a step back in that hermit mode, and I'm meditating on it, and I'm examining what's happening, and I'm observing how I'm feeling, and I'm observing my reactions and my thought processes and everything that's going on around me, and I'm observing it, it is bringing me clarity. And that is what the judgment card is bringing me: awakening, enlightenment, clarity, epiphanies. It's all of that. So expect all of that to be coming. And they're both kind of coming in simultaneously. That's that doubtful energy, but also that clarifying energy. So you want to work with them, balance them out, and see how they work together, and be prepared for them. Love is all around you, the Lover's card. Okay, you're making decisions to choose you. Okay, and in that, a lot around you is going to choose you too. Does that make sense? Okay, I like that. So I'm seeing by Gemini season, okay, maybe June, July, there's probably going to be a huge advancement in a connection, a relationship for some of you. Maybe a Libra, or an air sign. Water sign, even for some of you, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm seeing that. Yeah, your pop-off season is now. Ain't no wait on that. Like, if you're putting together a project, you're doing something business, in the business route, now's the time. Take the first step. Do not let uncertainty get in your way. The Two of Wands, you know which path you want to go down. You're passionate about it. Ain't no need to question it. Follow your heart, because every step that you take, so much is going to be open up to you and be revealed to you, be given, you just shown to you. Connect with your ancestors. Okay, spend time talking, communicate with them, speak to your ancestors. However it is that whatever ritual you decide that is best for you, that works for you. There's all tons of types of ways you can do that. I'm never here to tell anybody how to do anything, but try different ways and see what works for you. Seek out more quiet time. Spend time with yourself. Consider it quality time. When I tell you that this is going to cultivate a relationship between you and your spirit that is undoubtedly tight. You know what I mean? Bonded. That you're going to feel where you and your spirit coincide, and how your spirit is always for you. I mean, it's the kind of unconditional love that you cannot even express in words. Is what your spirit feels for you. And so when you're intertwining those energies, those energies within yourself, and you're spending that quality time, you are feeling that unconditional love, and you're also feeling that certainty, even in the midst of uncertainty in the physical, because your spirit doesn't have uncertainty. And so you are feeling that, and you are no longer second guessing yourself and doubting yourself and being untrusting of your own, desires, your heart. And you stop looking at the past so much, because you start appreciating it for what it was. Nine of Swords. Do not get lost in despair, in lack of sleep, sleep deprivation, worry. Yeah, these are all the messages I'm seeing here. So I hope that was helpful and clarifying for all of you during this new moon eclipse season that's getting ready to come up. And coast through it, ride the wave. Y'all know I love me some Bruce Lee, so I always throw that out there. Like Bruce Lee says, be formless, flow like water. He said when you put the water in the cup, the water becomes the cup. You know what I mean? So be adaptable to your situation, and trust your spirit, trust your gut, trust your intuition, because and take the time to cultivate a relationship with it so that you understand how it works. Be the observer of your own thoughts. Be the observer of your own responses and reactions. Be the observer of your own heart, your own feelings, because that mind-heart co-creation is where everything that you experience comes from, where all your perception derives. That brain-heart coherence is what they call it, right? Joe Dispenza. Listen to things that feed your soul, okay, that get you motivated. Connect with people that feed your soul, that get you motivated. 4141 is also another number that just came up, and you might want to take a look at that and see what that means for you, or what messages are there for you. Right now my site is under construction. You'll find a link wherever you're watching this at to my flow page, which has all of my links on it, and also all of my readings that I'm offering at this time. And you can purchase one of those if you desire to do so. You can also, if you're into poetry, you can check out my poetry compilations. I have 2 of them now. I'm working on a 3rd before the end of the year, and you can find those on Amazon. That link is there as well. And also check out my podcast. Okay, so another episode is coming soon, and I'm also going to be doing some tarot and readings over there as well. So if that's something that you like and you're interested in, it's on Spotify and also on Anchor, which is now basically Spotify podcasts. But those 2 links, you can find them there, and you can find that anywhere. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can find it in my About section. If you're watching this anywhere else, you can find it in the description boxes. Subscribe if you like this reading. If you want to see more, like the video, share the video. I love you guys so much. Again, this is Zin Uru Renee with Renee in Tune, and this has been a new moon eclipse reading for my collective energies. Anybody who is coming across this reading in the time to come. And again, I love you all so much. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Like literally, you are number one. Take care of yourselves. I have in mind when you're a kid and the adults tell you that the world doesn't revolve around you. It's like one of the worst lies we were ever told. Okay, so I'll be the one to tell you that the world does revolve around you. You actually are created, and you are the center of your universe, and everything around you is a cultivation of who you are, and what you believe, and what you've been taught, and what you've learned, and what you are primally inside of you, in your primal energy. And so you get to enjoy the ride of deciphering all of that and becoming at one or in flow with your journey. And now we have all 4s popping up, 44, 44. So you have a dope ass ooh, excuse my language. I hope YouTube don't care, but you got a dope entourage around you spiritually. So just know that you're